Are you ready?
Bàbá ọgbà. Ọ̀nà òyà jẹ́ gángan sí jágọ́ gbẹ̀kan sí. Ọmọ gan kò fẹ́ láti rẹ̀ bọ̀.
Welcome to another episode of Yemi's House, Berlin. And ladies and gentlemen and viewers, as you could see that young man breaking bottles on his OLED in Friday afternoon. Well, for many people, they found it very, very humorous. But to me, I see no humor in that. Because if you come to look at it, that young man will not be, I don't think he's up to his studies. And if you look at it, it's so sad that when you look at a young man of that age deciding to do something like that when he should be doing something productive. Take for example, here in Germany, we have like 88% of the graduates are gainfully employed, in this country. And 77% of those who studied vocational courses, like mechanics, like electricians, like in Nigeria we call them wires, like we call them plumbers, 77% of them here in Germany are gainfully employed. Whereas in Nigeria, you look at people who studied vocational courses or who did vocational jobs as the less in the society. But over here, they are seen and they are worshipped as gods. Here in Germany, their youths are gainfully employed. Right after your primary school, like we call it primary school leaving school certificates in Nigeria, over here, by the time you leave your primary school, they will assess you and they will either put you in Realschule or Gymnasium. Gymnasium is for those that have distinctions, are like they are good academically, and the ones that are not really, really so good are the ones that sent to Realschule. And Gymnasium, most times they go to university, and the real ones are the ones that try to go to Hochschule, which is like the polytechnics over here. So even either of the two, by the time you say you want to proceed into a tertiary institution, you will have to have like a mandatory year to serve the government. In Nigeria, we call it National Youth Service Corps, that is NYSC. But over here, you do it before you go into your tertiary institution. So you don't have time to be going and be breaking bottles on your head. You don't have time to start causing a nuisance to the society, because you're always occupied with one thing or the other. They always have a way of getting you occupied that you don't have time to be breaking bottles like this young man. Whereas in Nigeria, when in a whole country we have like 27.1% unemployment rate. Out of this, we have like 17.1 million are youths between the ages of like 18 to 30. These are youths, and like let's say 40. 17.1 of them are not employed. Now, and we have in total 27.1 that are not employed in Nigeria. Unemployed population happens to be 27.1. Now, we have another close to 27.1 million percent that are underemployed. They don't do the full they do the full 8 hours. They only do 5 hours, 6 hours, not up to 8 hours. So you consider them not really fully employed. So one way or the other, you add them together with the ones that are not employed at all. So we're talking about 50-something million that are not employed in Nigeria. And then we have like 35.5 million that are employed. And the sad thing about it is, out of these 35.5 that are employed, like 28.5, yeah, like 28.5 million out of them are not educated at all. So we have like only 6.5 or thereabout that are educated, working, and are employed. So you see, when you look in Nigeria, in Nigeria, when you now look at it and you ask yourself, why is it that the ones that are really, really educated are the ones that are not employed, are the ones that did not? Take for example, the president of Nigeria, our president, Muhammad Buhari, he only has primary 6 school leaving certificate. And where we have lots of intellectuals in Nigeria, and you have a man like that ruling a country like Nigeria, then we all start wondering why the country is such in a mess. It will definitely be in a mess because the person ruling the country doesn't have an inkling of even the economy, not of the economic situation, not the petrochemical sector, not the health sector. He doesn't have an inkling of whatever. It's a shame because Nigeria is a country with lots of intellectuals. There's the formula for the wiper, the one wiper of Mercedes, was designed by a Nigerian Professor Egunjobi here in Germany. So many. The present WTO president is a Nigerian, a female. The president of African Development Bank is a Nigerian. So what I'm trying to say in essence is we have lots of intellectuals in Nigeria, but yet we still suffer like we have nobody in that country. So that is for that. And to another issue that is very, very funny. You know, it seems in Nigeria now we have corruption has brought a syndrome into Nigeria, and it's called SYNCOPE. You know, it's a new trend now for all embezzlers in Nigeria. Recently, if we can recollect, Minor was taken to court on Thursday and decided to, give us an act, just like Daniel Ponde of NDDC. For those who don't remember Daniel Ponde, here is Daniel Ponde of NDDC. Remember in July, when he decided when SYNCOPE 2 happened, remember? Okay, if you don't remember, here is it.
Operating is the 2019 budget, which, as you know and as we know, ended May 31st, 2020. We are now in July. So you are not expected to be spending money from budget 2019 that has expired. From where are you going to spend this money you said here on oath that you are preparing to pay students who are on scholarship? Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date are not Excuse me, what is not coming by
Welcome back. You see the video now? Now you remember? So his counterpart, Minor, decided to do a repetition, a remix of it, and see Mr. Minor too in action, displaying for us.
So they can meet them.
You have to
Contact the court security. Let them direct you to the medical section. You can call the judge. Doctor to come and check.
Welcome back. As you can see, Mr. Minor too showing us his own gangman style there. It's so pathetic that all these embezzlers, one way or the other, they always escape. you wonder where justice is in this country, whereby you see a young boy who goes about and they say steals probably 100,000, the next thing is being jailed 10 years. And here is someone who embezzles 2 billion and is collapsing, and they are saying, okay, we will adjourn the case. I mean, it's so sad. And when you look at the symbol of justice in front of each high court in Nigeria, I mean, the blindfold means justice is blind to anybody, irrespective of who you are. The scale means justice is balanced. And the dagger means the rod of law will stab you, like it will get you. But in Nigeria, it's like it's the reverse. The blindfold means in Nigeria, justice is not blind. The scale is not balanced. The sword of the government, instead of attacking the offenders, it's the victims that it attacks. I don't know. Is this how the whole thing will continue to be, or something could be done? Elijah.Also is still a serving senator despite the fact that he molested a young woman. Recently, the United States placed us on a list that says religious violent country. I mean, recently Amnesty complained about us that religious violence, abuse against human rights, on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Before we go, there's this young man and his friend in Nigeria.Also. They are, like we say, are youths. When you see youths developing, trying to be productive, it's good. I feel good about it. And these gents, they have a kind of housing project going on in those states and in Akure, and they are really doing something good and positive, which I want you people to see. And it's about an housing estate they are building, and they are even doing like here in Europe, whereby you don't have to pay big money, you just have to pay little money, and the next thing before you know it, over a particular period of time, you balance up. And these are, because these gentlemen, they studied overseas, so the standard they have is European standard, like not too expensive, affordable, and you get the best out of it. So viewers, thanks once again for watching, and as you know, my name is Yemi. And like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.